The only way that this works is if you are like your true, genuine, unfiltered self on social media, right? And when you do that and you're building that sort of following of people following along with your journey, you then basically build an audience of your kind of niche, right? So if you can build that audience and build that know, like, and trust with those people, it is easier for you to then open up spaces for coaching, right? So imagine when I started out and I was growing my online coaching business, right? And I've made millions of pounds from online coaching. We'll do over £500,000 in the next 12 months. Like, when I started with nothing, right? From the first 2 years of online coaching, I had 3 clients paying me 40 quid a month, right? So in hindsight, for me now working as a business mentor, had I documented that full process, that full journey, hello, but I could essentially document that journey of, right, okay, here's me with 5 houses, here's me with 10 houses, here's me with 20 houses, here's me with 30 houses, this is how I've done it. If I then turned around and I'd built a following of people who were bought into that journey and bought into my success, and I said, look, I've had a lot of people asking me about this, I'm going to move into almost sort of one-to-one private mentoring for kind of regular people who work a normal job, but they're saving a good amount of money and they want to get into property investing, right? I documented my journey growing my fitness business behind the scenes with everything, which again, I kind of do to this point, to this day. I would have built a really good following of other coaches who were like, this is fucking cool, I like watching this guy building this stuff. And if I then got to the stage, which I basically did, where as soon as you open up spaces to work with coaches one-to-one and help them grow their business, there's coaches reaching out to work with you. Because you've built that level of trust. They've followed you along the journey. They know you know what you're doing. You've made all the mistakes so they don't have to. They've probably learned a lot even from seeing you go through that process. So it's the same with PT stuff, right? And I think niche is a bit overrated, if I'm being honest. I genuinely think niche is a bit overrated. People buy people, right? So you need to be getting your personality across on social media.